you ever felt scared of being alone? That uncomfortable silence, the absence of noise, it feels heavy, doesn't it? But what if being alone isn't something to fear at all? What if solitude is actually a doorway, a chance to meet the person you've always been running from, yourself? Renuka Gavrani's powerful book, The Art of Being Alone, doesn't just teach you to handle being alone, it teaches you how to fall in love with your own company. In this video, we'll explore the deep, beautiful lessons from this book, the kind that could turn your loneliness into your greatest strength. There's a strange fear attached to being alone. It feels like a punishment, like something you experience when life has abandoned you. But Renuka, through her beautiful book The Art of Being Alone, shows us that being alone is not a curse, it's an art, a hidden gift that only a few ever truly discover. Most people spend their whole lives running from themselves, filling every silence with noise, every empty moment with distractions, and every inner void with temporary connections. But there comes a time in everyone's life when all the noise fades away. Friends drift apart, relationships end, life slows down, and you're left with just yourself. In that moment, you have two choices. Either fear the silence and fight it, or embrace it and find out who you really are. This book is for everyone who has ever felt scared of being alone, and for everyone who has wondered if there's something beautiful hidden within that silence. The author doesn't just teach you how to cope with being alone, she shows you how to fall in love with your own presence. Being alone is not the absence of people, it's the presence of yourself, in your purest, rawest form. It's sitting with your thoughts without running away. It's witnessing your own emotions without judging them. It's letting your memories surface, your wounds breathe, and your heart speak, without silencing it with a screen, a conversation, or a distraction. Most of us have never truly met ourselves. We've met the version of us that's shaped by others, by society, by family, by relationships, by expectations. But who are you when no one is looking? What do you feel when the world goes quiet? That's the real you, and you can only meet that person in solitude. In The Art of Being Alone, the author reminds us that loneliness and solitude are not the same. Loneliness is the ache of missing someone or something. It's a craving for external validation. Solitude is the freedom of knowing you are enough. It's not about closing doors to the world, it's about opening a door to yourself, a door most people are too scared to even knock on. Solitude is not isolation. It's a sacred space, where your soul can breathe, your creativity can flourish, and your mind can find peace. It's where you become your own best friend, your own healer, your own safe place. At first, being alone can feel unbearable. The silence feels heavy, the stillness feels awkward, and the absence of constant validation feels like rejection. But this discomfort is not a punishment. It's a mirror, reflecting back all the parts of you that you've ignored. Your fears, your insecurities, your buried pain, all of it rises to the surface. Most people run at this point. They drown themselves in noise again because facing themselves feels too hard. But the author gently holds your hand through this phase, reminding you that your darkness is not your enemy. It's just the part of you that has been waiting for your attention. When you sit with your pain, instead of running from it, you learn that pain is not permanent. It's just a message, a guide trying to show you what needs healing. The most beautiful lesson of this book is that being alone doesn't make you incomplete. It makes you whole. You stop looking for someone to complete you because you realize you were never incomplete to begin with. You stop chasing people to fill your empty spaces because you learn to fill them with your own love. You stop fearing solitude because it becomes your greatest teacher. Solitude teaches you patience, with yourself, with life, with people. It teaches you how to slow down, how to listen, how to trust the timing of your life. It shows you how to sit still and watch your own heart bloom. Renuka beautifully explains how the world teaches us to fear being alone, as if being alone means being unwanted or unloved. But real self-love starts when you enjoy your own company, when you can sit in a room with no one but yourself and feel content, at peace, even happy. When you learn the art of being alone, you discover that your value was never tied to anyone's presence or absence. You were worthy when you were surrounded by love, and you are worthy even when you're standing all by yourself. You learn that love is beautiful, but your relationship with yourself is the foundation of all other relationships. The Art of Being Alone also shatters the myth that self-love is all about bubble baths, vacations, or pampering yourself. Real self-love is about choosing yourself every day, even when it's hard. It's about setting boundaries, letting go of toxic connections, and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. It's about understanding that your peace is priceless, and that it's okay to walk alone rather than walk with people who drain your soul. This kind of self-love comes from solitude, from the quiet moments where you realize your own worth, not because someone told you, but because you felt it in your bones. Over time, being alone stops feeling like an empty space and starts feeling like sacred ground. It becomes the place where you connect with your inner child, where you dream freely, where you write, create, cry, dance, not for anyone, but for yourself. You stop fearing silence because you realize silence speaks the loudest truths. You stop fearing being misunderstood because you finally understand yourself. And you stop fearing being alone because you realize you were never truly alone. You've always had yourself. You've just been waiting to notice. Renuka Gavrani's The Art of Being Alone isn't just a book, it's an invitation. An invitation to meet yourself. To sit down with your soul and ask, who am I when no one's watching? To build a home inside your own heart so you're never homeless, no matter where life takes you. To stop searching for love outside when the greatest love story of your life, the one with yourself, has been waiting to begin. So, if you're tired of running from yourself, if you're ready to find peace within your own mind, if you want to turn your own company into the safest, warmest place you know, this book is your guide. The art of being alone is the art of being free, the art of being enough, the art of loving yourself so deeply that no absence can break you, and no presence can define you. This is your time to come home to yourself. Being alone isn't a punishment, it's an invitation to finally meet yourself without distractions, without noise, without anyone else defining who you are. When you master the art of being alone, no absence can break you, and no presence can define you. You become whole within yourself. Renuka Gavrani's The Art of Being Alone reminds us that the most important relationship we will ever have is the one we have with ourselves. When you learn to love your own company, the world no longer feels empty, it feels full, because you finally made peace with the person you spend your entire life with, you. So take this as a sign. Stop running from your solitude. Embrace it. In that silence, you'll find the love, peace, and strength you've been searching for all along. Like, share and subscribe for similar content. See you in the next video with another book.